Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the show. Let's go visit our players. Swoosh.
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 We have swished. Hello, everyone. As you can see, the studio is decorated for Christmas. As we have passed Thanksmas, we have our Christmas tree up. We have the beginnings for stockings for subs, balls for donations, and ribbons for donations that we do every year. They will start going up on Monday, Tuesday. That was Gregorio Franco, one of my favorite synthwave artists. And then the second track after that was Runway by Quinn, who is I'm not sure, a synthwave artist from Philadelphia that we have used in the past. So this is our second episode of Across Space, and I need to remember where my cameras are because they moved. That's why you can see the corner now. So I keep staring directly at the camera that is over there. So, hello everyone. How are you today? This is eye contact. Eye contact is important. So, I am W. Adam Clark. My fun fact, aside from the fact that I don't know where my cameras are, my fun fact that some people in this room know and some don't, and the rest are going to find out. And people viewing at home, you're welcome, or something, I guess. Being from Philadelphia and a rather eclectic individual myself, if I do say so myself about myself, I have an attraction to the odd and the unusual. You may have guessed. If you are not from the Philadelphia area, none of this will make sense to you, and you will need to do Google searches. However, Ari, we're related, by the way, for Thanksmas, which is when you celebrate Thanksgiving and Christmas together to save on traveling expenses, for Thanksmas, got me a 1970s authentic parade-worn mummer outfit. Ooh. And then immediately realized that I will not be able to wear a mummer outfit on stream as I normally do on January the 1st, because January the 1st this year falls on a Wednesday. So we have instead decided that as I have a brand new, to me, authentic 1970s parade-worn mummers outfit, I will probably be wearing it for the Tuesday campaign on December 31st. So, if anybody is interested in looking into that, that will be December 31st on Twitch, 8 p.m. Eastern, and you will get to see me in all of my mummery. And now,
Mummery is pretty cool.
And now, on to our players, who hopefully have happy things to discuss.
Yay! Hi, I'm Ari Cypress Everly, and first of all, I'd like to say that the spacey stars thing, rotator, looks fantastic on top of the Christmas tree.
It does, doesn't it?
Everything has all kinds of sparkly
lights
little
on top of
lights.
Lights only ever look good.
Lights on top of lights.
Lights on top of lights always look good until you reach a level of bleed out where you can see nothing but white, which is why the hype train that is up there is turned off, because those lights, you would see is a blur.
Yeah, we tried turning those on too, and it just became a big white haze. Probably at least partially because the lights themselves are white.
Yes.
Those make it much harder. I mean, Adaya up there is white, but she's allowed.
Yeah, and again, she's completely washed out. Like, you just see a white blur of the shape.
You can't tell if that's Adaya up there, but I assure you it is. I am playing Herodian, who is a robot/android, officially a clockwork by our rule system, and is also one of our new Spellbinder classes, subclasses, the Origamancer. Her origami is made with, Herodium's origami is made with little metal sheets. Herodium's pronouns are, well, we haven't really gone into it. I mean, Herodium is made in a gender-neutral fashion, as most robots are. So I believe that Bacon's character has taken to calling, to using they/them pronouns. I decided that Herodium had decided that its pronouns were also oddly appropriate, which you don't normally use for people, but kind of fun. Actual fun fact, though, this is Deuce's last week fun fact.
Yes.
This is Donner. Donner is the surprise Christmas or Thanksmas present that Deuce got out of a claw machine at the supermarket for $1. Donner is remarkably soft and plushy, more so than he looks. He looks kind of firm, but he's actually kind of soft, especially in the body. And came with us for our festivities this weekend when we went for a big drive-through light show, which unfortunately made us driving through the snow as the Donner party. But fortunately, everybody's uneaten. So we're all good here. We had a good time, and now I have a brand new plushie to be hanging out on stream with all my other Christmas season gear that I'm already wearing because it's December 1st and I'm allowed. So
Yep.
I'm good.
Am I going next?
Anybody who wants
If
to.
you like to.
I can tell you who's not going next, and that's me.
I'm Sadie Golden Dragon. I'm playing Mitoko Laios. Or you can just call her Laios, because she goes last name first.
Nice.
And she's a fabricator, and hopefully today she'll have her first little companion, because she chose golem making, I believe.
Correct.
And my fun fact is, today I realized I actually have played almost 150 hours on my sort of favorite not finished game.
Ooh, which game is that?
It's called Clan Folk.
Okay.
It's a 1600s. You set up a settlement. Eventually there's going to be combat and other things, but that hasn't been added yet, like a lot of the stuff. But it's got a solid base. You make a settlement, you farm. There's horrible weather. Scottish weather is
traditionally
not cool.
poor. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and there's a generational aspect to it.
Cool.
And they've just put in personalities where if you have opposing personalities and the people that get married, they're miserable. So it's coming along. They update it every week or two.
Cool. It's always good when game developers, have the foresight to put in unhappy marriages. Who's next?
Okay. I'm Nocta Silence. I'm playing our Centurion, Remy Nolan. And see, fun fact, today the moving assembly line was first debuted by Ford Motor Company.
Year?
1913. So 111 years ago.
And we have never been the same.
Nope. It's word on again. I guess I'm going to do it now. Okay. So, folks, I'm the old bacon eater. You know it all by now.
They might not. Every show is somebody's first show.
New viewers.
You know what? That is a good point. Fine. That's fair. I'm old. I eat bacon. I play games badly. Yep. Around this particular campaign, I play Martin Virstralo. I am a Mistoran, according to this. You said beast folk last time, and that's not correct. We used Mistoran.
That is true. My mistake. Yes. You're not a beastie. You are supernatural in nature.
Yeah, because we are basing that off of it. And I'm a herald of the machine spirit. One might say that my favorite song is the Police's "Spirits of the Material World." Anyway.
Nice.
Like that one.
That is a fun fact.
I actually did watch that recently.
Character songs are a fun fact.
Yeah. Unfortunately, fun fact, not so fun. Douche, you're not going to be happy about this. I'm up to 330 pounds. Oops.
Hey, I'm not the one that should be unhappy about it. I'm not the one carrying that weight around. I'm still down at 225.
Yeah.
The good news is all you have
Whoa.
to do. Sorry, I'm still down. I'm down at 250. Actually, probably 260 up to 260 at this point.
I
Uh,
mean, thanks,
winter,
Machine Gun.
winter will do
Yeah.
that anyway.
Yeah. The good news is all the things you did to drop it, you can do again and not stop them this time, and you'll drop it
Yeah.
because you know it works.
Yeah.
It's
actually
Thanksgiving weekend. There's a 10% allowance, by the way.
Mm. Well, to be sure, I did today restart the cycle.
Good.
So,
Good.
I'm logging again. So
Yep.
that's the other thing. But yes.
Show.
Well, there's a reason why they call it a journey. A weight loss journey.
Yeah, trust me, you don't want to get to a weight loss destination. That's a good way to die.
Yeah.
Arguably
Anyway.
not
You really
incorrect.
want to keep that a journey. Just saying.
Fair enough.
So, what happened last week?
Well, you know what? I can't
Bacon
remember
knows.
right off the top of my head, which means we go to the log.
Bacon knows because Bacon is playing a chronicler. How did you phrase it? Chronicler or
Well,
journalist?
that's one of the things that I do, and this is actually a technique that I am using from an old campaign from ages ago, and well, yeah. Anyway, so entry 1. Since we don't know what the actual date is,
Start date today.
yeah, start date now. Well, this is not how I expected my day to go at all. I am reasonably sure I can say that of my new companions as well. I'd started into the documents archives, as I often do, looking for both components and documents regarding one of my several research projects that was assigned to me by my teachers at the temple, when I nearly ran into, I should say barreled into, but thankfully that was avoided, my friend Herodium. They had been a case study of mine earlier in my work at the Temple of the Great Control Logic Unit, research for clues. And they are sapient. They must be, though their synthetic voice might make one think otherwise. Herodium had been sent to find me and bring me back to the temple, but at the time they didn't know why. At about the same time, I had learned this later during an interval when we were walking on unknown soil, more on that later, one of our world's fine centurions, one Remigius Borgius, preferring Remy because apparently no one can say it right, and I think I just proved that, had been meeting with one of his superiors at a drinking establishment run by an Stone Elemental Kin by the name of Maiteko. And then tears began to appear in the sky. Thousands of them, a few at a time at first, then dozens, and then thousands. And beings came through them. Entities. Insect-like, or perhaps nightmare-like would be more accurate. Some winged, some on land, armed with rather nasty techno-projectors of various types. The largest of them, or at least I'd assume they're the largest based on my limited exposure, and also assuming the leader of them, had mentioned something about the sins of our ancestors being visited upon us, which made absolutely no sense. We four ended up nearly sideswiping each other in our attempts to get right the hell to cover, and we ended up converging as a matter of immediate convenience and rushing to the temple, which should have been a reasonably defensible position. This turned out not to be the case. Several of the entities were already assaulting the temple on our arrival. Then things went very quickly. My master Tovim handed me this sphere of indeterminate material origin, similar to Herodium as near as I can tell at this time, and said, "Your faith will guide you." Then, well, I'm not exactly sure what happened, but I must assume my master activated the device somehow, and we, the four of us, ended up pretty much elsewhere. It was a barren, that might be the wrong word, dry place, ashy soil, volcanic activity. We tried to orient ourselves and subsequently find shelter, and in the meantime I set about trying to investigate the sphere. There was a pattern, much like a printed circuit. I've seen such things before, and indeed it's how I'm able to invoke the blessings of the machine spirit when required, but there was some sort of a break, a very small one, but there's a break in the pattern. It turned out this break was, as far as I can tell, deliberately designed and needed to be touched so the circuit could bridge across the holder's finger or thumb and then activate the unit. And it did activate, but only briefly, and then it spoke. Apparently, the sphere is a portion of a legendary artifact from 10,000 or more years ago, the Scepter of Seven, it was described as. The sphere, I'm assuming, is the headpiece or headstone of the scepter. It had introduced itself to make it easier for us as Dovak. It explained that it was capable of self-charging, but there were certain factors which would delay the charge to bring it to full function. It also explained that it was seeking out other pieces of the scepter and would translocate us to those portions to within 25,000 kilometers. This artifact apparently had something to do with separating the world as we know it from the world of those entities. For what purpose, I'm not sure, but I must assume that there was some sort of a conflict. We might assume that the entities are the bad side of the conflict, but we can't even assume that as we have next to no information on those times. Also, it seems that the pieces can be slotted together in various ways, but only in one correct way, if I understood what Dovak was telling us. In any case, we continued on seeking shelter when we caught some luck and came across a sentient race, which looked vaguely goblinoid, as we would understand it, which, after a considerable amount of attempts at communication, which finally was resolved by one of their number having similar abilities to mine, were able to provide us shelter and food. These persons refer to themselves as the Krolak. This is an Alvarenth translation and spelling. Their written language doesn't translate directly, and it looks like a series of concentric circles and lines of various intervals. Anyway, they called this world that we can currently find ourselves on Zarakal. When speaking through my counterpart, with what I must assume is the leader of this Seshi, again, the word doesn't translate directly. We assume at this time it means family or clan, something to that effect. We caught a bit of luck after trying to explain what it is we're looking for. I'll use they as I have no idea how they identify gender, if they do at all, advised that they'd seen something similar to what we described in the possession of the leader of another Seshi. However, there were a few issues. They hadn't seen any of the Seshi in some time, and there are predatory beasts that they refer to as Javris. I almost said Zathras again, sorry.
You're good.
that one's going to haunt me for a while. Between the two locations, and it was mentioned that the leader of the other Seshi wasn't as an accomplished warrior as the one we spoke to. But now we have, at least in the short term, a purpose. Go to this other Seshi, see if the portion can be found, and, if at all possible, remove the threat of the Javras, which threaten both groups and also prevents trade between them, apparently. Our hosts have provided supplies and given us general directions on how to get there. Now, Dovak advises, in the meantime, 37 hours remain until its charge cycle is completed. Because of the nature of the threat to our own homeworld, it's my belief that we must move quickly, preferring to find each portion before the next charge cycle is completed. We have no idea where we are. We have only a vague notion of what we must do, and we must return in time to save our home. As I say, not how we expected our day to go. At all. Thus ends the
Bravo.
reading.
All
Bravo.
done.
Good job.
So,
Love it.
So I no longer have any excuse to say, no, I don't know what happened last time.
Yeah.
Because I have to write it up. That's the deal.
So
Love
you
it.
are currently at the Krolak Seshi that you stayed the night at. You have been given provisions and shelter, so much so that you may long rest without additional difficulty or expense. You may make camp without additional difficulty or expense, and you have none of you would need to take watch. They have managed to take care of that all entirely on their own.
Also, for the record, I know some people were still injured between cantrips and well, cantrips take out your healing pool, but
Right.
between that and the fact that I have medical tools and everything.
Yeah. Anyone who is injured who has more points in their healing pool than they have an injury can simply be healed to full without us even needing to roll anything because, cantrips be cantripping.
But yeah, if there's anything beyond that, I also have the camaraderie feat allowing me to do some additional medical stuff during camps.
Yes.
During making camps. So
Is anybody currently injured in the form of missing maximum hit points or any attribute loss?
No.
Okay. Then you are all fully healed and good.
Nice.
Additionally, I am pretty sure Leos has something that she was doing overnight.
Making a constructed companion tiny,
Yay!
which is all I can do so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
If I can put 2 things on there, I don't know if I can at once. I want it to be durable and illuminated.
When the tiny construction companion is built, creator can spend a number of points from this list equal to their intelligence modifier. Options on the list may be taken more than once, so we can do that. In addition, you wanted to use 2 of your insights to try
Yes.
to make it cooler. Okay. Yes. Yeah, you can give it. You can give it 2 insights.
Okay. Do I need to roll anything?
Nope. I'm going to put its stat line in the Discord room for a second. What is your intelligence modifier?
+3.
Cool. So you may spend 3 additional points from the list that I just sent you, also in the same Discord, to modify its current statistics in whatever way you want. Let me know that whenever is fine. Tell me what your tiny buddy looks like.
It looks like it's very crude looking given what I had to work with, which was gubbins from my pocket and rocks on the ground. So it kind of looks like a pile of rocks when it's not moving.
Okay.
So I have named it Karn.
Nice.
First tiny companion.
So you have a small pile of animated rocks.
Yes. And I would require, I think I can only construct 1 at a time.
Correct.
Right?
Is there anything else that anybody is prepping before planning on leaving out?
I have to do my Spellbinder preparations, right?
Correct. You have to basically precast all of your spells. You don't have to tell us what all of them are, but you do have to figure out what you want them to.
Yeah, I'm going to apologize in advance. Although I've seen Spellbinders played, I'm not too familiar with them yet, so I'm probably going to miss some things. I do know that there is the day's preparation things. I know that from the Peculiarge, and I found the list of them, meaning it's a thing that everyone in the party gets a thing, and it's always the same thing for the entire party.
Correct.
So I know to do that. I'm going to say, since we have no clue what's going to happen yet or when we're going to run into something, but I know that we're at real low level where it is still possible to kill characters, I'm going to go with avoiding worst case scenario, and my preparations are going to be centered around a +1 to all saving throws, including death throws.
Nice. Never a bad choice.
So I guess they're kind of like little, almost like some kind of stim patches with sensors that like sense if something is uber bad and kick in.
Okay.
I guess.
Yep. Works for me.
That kind of makes sense as a thing. So that's the thing I know that I had to do. Other than that, it's I guess I was supposed to pre-pick spell slots, but
It's okay. You can work on that while we're en route. It's fine. Remy and Martin, anything before setting out, or are you all good to go?
I don't think I actually have to set
No.
anything.
Nothing.
Ooh, I see another fun thing here in my camaraderie feat. We kind of played it loose with the hit points, but it also says that during making camp, a number of party members equal to your proficiency bonus plus level can either gain a number of hit points healed equal to your proficiency bonus plus the modifier of the stat raised, or receive that same value as temporary hit points.
Okay. So, did anybody need extra hit points? Because if not, you will all get temporary hit points equal to how much?
5. So that's what if it was beyond what was in their healing pool. If not, they'll get that.
Correct.
If they need, okay. So if you did not need to heal more than was left in your healing pool, you will get 5 bonus temporary hit points.
Never bad.
Nice. Okay. I mean, that's it's small, but it keeps going up, and that's a neat little thing.
Yeah.
As I keep
So you'll all start
my
with
character.
so you'll all start with 5 temporary hit points and a +1 on all saving throws, including death saves,
Correct.
until your next camp. So
I finished my
Yep.
modifications to Karn.
updated it already.
Okay.
Also, that means it is time for me to have prepared yet another little guy. Little, I guess it's a find familiar.
Mhm.
Yeah. So there's another little metal cube with a little activation button on it. If anybody would like to take the next find familiar spell, you can. If you do not want to, I can activate it myself, but we may as well activate it because we don't all have one yet. Yay! I believe Noctis had the first one.
Noctis had the first
Yes.
one.
Correct.
I has little squirrel.
He has his squirrel.
So there's a thing with a button.
Yes, would you like the thing with the button?
Tap.
So Martin has the next thing with the button. Martin's going to hit the button.
Martin pushes a button.
Okay.
And the
So-
little box transformers, self-transforming origami cube.
Martin,
Yes.
as you activate the button, you first must decide on what is being pulled into the form, which is to say if it is celestial, infernal, elemental, and then which one, or plant, I believe was the other option.
Well, let's see here. Probably.
Oh, or Fae. Never forget the Fae, because the Fae will never forget you.
That is true.
I think we'll do celestial.
Okay. Now feel free to take a minute to figure this out, but basically your familiar can take the form of any beast type creature which is less than a half hit die in size.
Sure.
Feel free to
It's a celestial badger.
a celestial badger. So we have a tiny badger and we have a tiny squirrel.
Nice.
Because it was either going to be that, or it was going to be a mushroom, or it was going to be a snake.
Fair enough.
But I decided it would be more practical to have badger. So, badger it is.
It's actually a good choice for this planet, I think.
A little metal badger. I don't know much about the find familiar spell anymore in this rules context. I don't really remember. Like, it's a half a die creature. What are the capabilities of the thing?
Depends on the creature,
Okay,
but generally not much.
generally not much.
The familiars, distractions, and scouts.
Yeah, pretty much.
Little canaries. Go see if that mine shaft is toxic.
Mine can't do
That
that.
sort of thing.
It's made out of rocks. It's
True.
pretty in. It wouldn't mind airless environments because it's made out of rocks.
As the morning begins, you all, having completed your camp, you have your temporary hit points, you have your buffs, you have all of your little origami papers ready to go, and you set out from the siege, traveling what is a direction we will simply call southwest in an attempt to head towards the other siege, or Seki. I just gave away where I stole the word from. Everyone, please give me a roll of a 1d10.
10.
Is
10.
Still good, still good,
That's my shiny one.
still good.
7.
Yay!
Pretty good.
Okay, you all managed to successfully travel for several hours, during which time you have been traveling through the blasted landscape of this world. It is not a world similar to the one that you came from, which is lush and green and architecturally addressed. Instead, you have found this world to be dark and foreboding and unwelcoming and somewhat uncomfortably warm. And that's in the spots that aren't dangerously warm. Ironically, the Krolocks that you met, they seemed to be well adjusted to this environment and don't seem to be hampered by it. They have a somewhat primitive lifestyle, but they are still comfortable within their surroundings. As you continue traveling, you most noticeably detect the uncomfortable levels of heat and the dry air in this world. I would like everyone to give me a survival roll, please. That'll be a pass.
Yay!
Leos will be a fail. Okay. Leos, give me a Constitution saving throw with a +1 because
Yeah.
you're +1. Okay. You are definitely uncomfortable. You are dealing with it the worst of the group, but you do manage to stave off any what might have been long-term debilitating effects from your travel. After another several hours of traveling, everyone give me a D10 again, please.
Somebody had a nice one.
Remy, make a perception check for me. All right. You see, not currently near you, but it stands out in your perception because it is something that, is not from your world, and you were unaware you would be able to see here either. But you see on the horizon, probably several hundred meters away, and fortunately not directly in the path that you are currently heading, but you see flying through the sky what looks like some form of giant lizard-like creature. It has avian-like taloned feet, and it has no forelimbs. They seem to be vestigially attached to the wings themselves. It has a long tail behind it, and a fairly long and craning neck. It is difficult to make out the color from here other than to say it is dark, but it is probably somewhere in the browns to reds kind of family, like just about everything else here seems to be. You are certain that it has not noticed you or your companions yet. What do you do?
I'll nudge Martin. You mind asking them what the hell that is? I'll point out the beastie in the air.
Oh, are we still being guided?
I was gonna say, do we have an escort at this point?
I would assume that you have to have at least one or two with you because otherwise you wouldn't know where to go. So that seems reasonable.
Fair.
Right. The thing of it is one of them one that I can communicate with.
No, there is not. The two that are with you are neither of them is witch.
Right. I was afraid of that. Well, all right. So, tap the one on the shoulder.
Mhm.
Point up at the thing. Was ist?
It looks over and it's kind of squints to try to see into the distance. And then you see its eyes grow wide and it speaks loudly and very quickly to its companion, and while also looking to the group of you and doing this kind of emotion, which oddly enough, Remy is able to translate.
As drop.
Yes. It seems that certain symbolisms used by soldiers in the field transcend the linguistical barriers.
Are fairly universal.
Yes. Oh, get down is a universal construct.
Yep. He said drop, we drop.
Yes.
So I'm assuming I'm seeing everyone do that because I didn't catch it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
if I see everyone else dropping down, I will do so.
yeah, and Remy will say, it's like, everybody get down.
Will do.
Not yelling it, just
Right.
very forcefully,
Right.
everybody get down.
And then you see the two Krolaks that are with you. They begin slowly crawling to try to reach some level of cover.
So right, get down and then move slowly undercover. Got it. No sudden moves.
Everyone give me a stealth check with advantage.
Yes. With advantage.
Well, there's an advantage roll.
I was gonna say somebody's blowing up. Whoops! I tripped.
Don't do that. Don't use my dice.
You would think the cat would be fine, but no.
I
No,
did
the cat
get a
just has
nat
multiple
20.
lives.
Should I blow it up as well?
Yeah, if you have a 20, go ahead.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
you will already have succeeded, but, succeed with a 30 or 40 if you can.
There you go.
There
I
you go.
am
A 40.
invisible.
Literally a 40.
Yeah, literally 40.
right.
Maybe somehow my rock elementalness is like cloaking me.
Yeah, you're this dusty, dry, stone-based world. You're a little bit more, with the exception of the impressive heat. You're a little bit more comfortable here than most.
Yeah, because it's close to my element.
Yes. However, Martin
Yeah.
is not so fortunate,
Yeah, shoelaces, they're a thing.
and as he is crawling across the ash wastes, apparently he's allergic to something.
Oh, great.
No!
And as such, he makes noise. Fortunately, it does not seem that it was enough noise for the thing that is several hundred meters away to have been able to detect. As you all very carefully continue moving until you are able to reach a bit of a rock outcropping that you can hide behind, and then everyone takes a little bit of a rest while waiting for the creature to move sufficiently far enough away where it's no longer visible on the horizon. After about another hour's travel, which has you most of the way to the other Seki, as you are moving through the wastes, one of the trailmen that are with you kind of like waves and takes their axe and points at a fissure in the ground. It looks mostly to you like some form of thermal vent. A naturally occurring thermal vent.
Oh, okay. Probably avoid that, as that will scald. Unless try to, go around a bit.
Okay.
But I'm going to take a look. Is this our entry portal?
As you attempt to speak towards the Krolok guide, he just kind of points with the axe towards the vent and says, Godan. Zavras Godan.
Trying to remember if it's... Give me half a second.
Uh-huh.
Comprehends is a cantrip. I can kick it up.
Okay.
I can at least... Yeah, I can
Yeah.
at least understand what they're saying. So, they say that, and I'm like, wait, do my thing, and then tap at my ear.
Okay, so again, the rest of you all hear, Godan, Javash Godan. Meanwhile, Martin hears, that's a cave. That is a... And again, the words don't translate right. Mountain, volcano, all the same word.
Sure.
That is a mountain cat cave.
That is where that Zavrash lives.
I think that...
Javash.
Zavash. We've found an entrance to the nest. Or hive, or den.
Do they know what they are vulnerable to?
No. I don't think that came up during... and again, I have no way of knowing how to speak to them.
Correct.
And how wide is this fissure?
It is large enough that the Kroloks can easily pass through it. Unfortunately, they're only about 3 to 3.5 feet tall. So the rest of you could enter, but you would basically be realistically crawling on all fours, which means mechanically you would be squeezing until you got to something perhaps larger on the inside.
We had a whole night to rest. Would I have had occasion to find out if anyone in our current party currently gets more than one attack per round?
I think that's more than reasonable to ask, and I believe the answer at third level is going to be a unanimous no.
That's what I thought at third level, but just checking.
Yep. The Krolok, as the party is looking at each other and contemplating their next move, continues talking. Martin is the only one who can make out what he's saying. But you hear him say, I don't think this is the cave for the mountain cats that's causing the problems at the other Seki, but so this is probably not the one that we need to clear, but it also wouldn't hurt to clear it and is likely smaller than the one that we will need to clear.
Okay. I walk back to my... This is probably not the primary, but clearing it out would not hurt. Now I'm going to try something.
Ooh, I like something.
The ground is relatively ashen and whatnot.
Yeah.
Theoretically, I could
A lot of pyrite, basically. It's like all pumice stone. It's just volcanic stone and volcanic ash. It seems to be everything. Everything here is made of.
Okay. Let me start with this. So you take a. Well, no, I'll use a stylus.
Okay.
So I got one.
Right.
And I look at the guys, and I draw just a circle. Zevras. Then pull the finger up again.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3. Basically, I'm trying to. And
How
then,
many?
Yes, and I just.
Okay. A cave this size, probably not a full pack. Probably only 1 to 4.
Yeah. And I look back to the guys. He thinks maximum 4 of the entities in here. Now we'll try something else. Find a rock.
Okay.
Zevras. Bigger stick.
Mm-hmm.
Whack on it. Find like make it look like it's a knife.
Okay.
Saw at it or stab at it or whatnot, and shrug.
Sticks and knives both work.
Okay. Melee should work. Standard melee or bows, I guess, should
He
work.
kind of just points at his axe. Choppy chop.
Right. So we're not terribly. So, well, I don't know about any resistances. I don't know about any particular vulnerabilities either. Okay. So, assume 4 looks good. Shall we try this? At least it'll give us some idea of what we're facing in the future.
I agree.
I think we should, and I also think that I should let Karn go first. In front of us, it's small, but it is mighty.
Maybe it'll give us some eyes. Or maybe
I was going to suggest figuring out what this familiar can do.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Theoretically, coax them out of the things that we don't have a.
That's
Yes,
an
if we
idea.
can, if we can draw them out here instead of trying to fight them in cramped quarters, that'd be ideal.
I concur.
It's a good idea.
Okay.
So
I will summon forth my familiar.
Yay! Teeny tiny squirrel boy.
yeah, we
Yes.
use a badger.
Okay.
Why not?
So a pile of rocks, a squirrel, and a badger walk into a bar.
The badger ducks.
Squirrel doesn't need to.
Meanwhile, you will notice that Remy and Martin both go somewhat unresponsive as they are trying to watch through and directly interface with their familiars. Leos doesn't have that problem because, not actually a familiar.
Yeah, hers is a better version.
Yes.
Hers doesn't need those little USB chips to, the little wireless relay.
The dongles.
Yes.
Yeah, hers doesn't need that.
Dongle free. Okay.
Yes, hers is Bluetooth.
Yes. As they continue in, I need you guys to give me stealth rolls for your familiars, which we are going to, well, there's 2 of them, not you. because yours
Oh,
is going to act
right,
a little bit
right,
different. Which, let's assume for the moment that they are untrained and have a dex of 12. So it'll just be a +1.
Right. So literally matches mine currently.
Yeah.
So this is for the badger.
Okay. Oh, they are perceptive, aren't they?
They're cats.
All right. As the three wee ones begin moving through, they, which means two of you, hear a growling, snarling noise. And the level of light in the fissure from the far end begins to increase. In other words, either something just became brighter or is moving in a thiswardly direction.
Bring him out. Bring him out.
You bring yours out as well?
Objective
Karen is obviously also heading out because it knew that its plan, its job was to draw attention and then get out of the way. So it has decided it has completed part 1. It has moved to part 2.
Yeah.
Yay, yay, yay.
The objective being bring the
An
badger out
intelligence
Yada, yada.
stat,
Dodge him out real
so
fast.
yeah.
Yeah.
disconnect real quick.
Yeah, it is more than smart enough to be able to, follow commands. I mean, a low intelligence, but
Yeah,
intelligent nonetheless.
5 minus 3. That's not.
well, it's a 5, which means it has a -3 modifier. However, as far as animals go, 5 is pretty high.
So, like a German Shepherd.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So I would like, because I'm going to do, I'm going to try a new fun mechanic to terrorize you with. I would like,
Yay!
and I will explain this one to you in advance so that you all know who to blame. I would like everyone to roll a d4, and when you roll a d4, the number of mountain cats that will appear will be equal to the highest die value rolled.
Oh,
Fair enough.
So it might be 1. Or it might be 4.
Or there might be no point in even rolling.
I'm not gonna
Thanks,
bother
Doctor.
now.
Thank you.
because there it is. Okay, fine.
I knew that one wasn't going to be my fault. I've never rolled a 4 and a D4 in my life.
Nope. But apparently Noctis is really good with d4s.
Uh,
I mean,
Right. Noctis gets the culprits.
Oh, I
Yep.
don't know why these have bright, full black backgrounds. That was supposed to be transparent, but
Oh no, that's okay. Model's still cute.
we'll make it work. And you see, streaming out of the cavern, at the start of rolling for initiative, in case anybody goes before the mountain cats, you will only technically be able to see and target the first one because that'll be all that is out.
Got
it's
it.
like,
Right.
let's assume for argument's sake that we're saying like the fissure is like here. So the only thing that they can see is the only thing that you can see is just the head of the first one.
okay.
However,
Yeah.
what you see is terrifying.
God. No, I'm not going first.
What you see is roughly the size of a jaguar, so a small to medium-sized hunting cat. However, its body is ashen black and thus very hard to detect if it's concealed. However, where it would normally have a mane or the tufted chest fur to protect it from aggressors, or even its tail, you instead see licking flames.
Fire cats.
Who brought the spray bottle?
Martin,
Maybe.
mountain cat.
Mountain cat. Shoutouts.
Mountain and volcano are the same word. They are
Yeah.
volcanic cats.
Cats. Nice. Well, if we survive, I will make a log.
And with that, everyone who has not yet done so should roll for initiative. Including our two little buddies. Well, two of them did well. Cairn can't actually go there. Has to go
And also, would it be considered reasonable that it would be towards or on the side of the fissure rather than on the opposite side of the party?
Yeah, I would say it's fair to assume that you're fairly close to the front. I think that's reasonable. The first thing that happens is this cat is going to move to here. And get itself right up on top of Remy.
And hopefully regret it immediately.
I don't think so, Tim.
Leave a bad taste in his mouth.
I am also willing to say that Remy already has his armor activated.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And shield out, and yeah.
Okay. That was a really good claw that almost hit.
Almost.
As the familiars come flying out of the cage, you see Remy snap to his senses, step forward, armor activates around him, and the shield comes up. And as he does, this volcanic cat comes bounding out of the tunnel and goes to just take a giant pounce with both foreclaws, and they just slide down the shield as the creature is unable to land a strike.
Yay!
And that makes it... that makes it Leo's turn.
Yep. Karn's turn's next. Can I give it orders on my turn?
Yes, you get. That's why it goes directly after you, so that you can give it orders.
Okay. I want to probably move first.
Not a bad choice.
Stuck in targeting. Oh, there we go. Is that about 30?
Well, there's a measuring tape for determining that. But yes, that would have been 30.
Yes, that would have been 30. Okay. I'm going to tell Karn to smack this one, the first one that was out of the hole.
Okay.
And then I am going to turn my attention to the one that's attacking Remy.
Okay.
I don't have any weapons because I never asked for any while we were in the
You have weapons. They're called spells.
cave. Yeah. That's what I was going to do.
Yep.
I want to lay down a stone blast on this cat.
Go for it.
Target must make a dexterity saving throw. We don't do that anymore. It's d6 plus bone damage, and we'll push one square.
It gets a 15 on the saving throw, which is going to be better than your spell DC.
Okay. So it doesn't get pushed,
Correct.
but it does get some hurt, right? 2d6.
You were doing stone blast.
Yeah.
It
Good. Save or
passed,
sucks.
it's a cantrip. It passed its saving throw, therefore you don't.
Oh, it didn't work whatsoever.
Correct. Yeah.
Because
Okay.
cantrip.
Cause cantrip. But that's
Okay.
why you can do them all day long.
Yep.
So you wanted Karen to go and attack this one rather than coming back this way to assist?
Yes.
Okay. Karen will move up this way.
And that makes me wish I'd made done Stone Spike instead.
New campaign, low level characters, feeling stuff out.
That's why you start new campaigns with low-level characters rather than high-level ones. The risk factor
Yes,
is
we can
much
learn
lower.
our characters.
Pop it, snooped. Oh.
That will just miss. The warrior is going to move to here. And he is going to... Remy, would you consider yourself an ally to the Krolak?
Currently, yeah.
Good call. That should have been with advantage, so let's try that again.
Good thing.
That will hit.
Yay, allies.
And not only will it do 8 points of damage with its big honkin' axe, but Krolax, once per round, can do additional damage to something which is within 5 feet of an ally of theirs. So,
Woohoo.
that is in fact 22 points of Krolaki goodness.
Yay.
Now it gets worse.
This cat is going to leave the cave, attempt to bite a pile of rocks.
Stone soup.
May you break your teeth.
Attack with claw,
May their teeth chip and shatter.
which will
Especially
miss,
that's got to be some kind of a curse among the people.
probably.
May your teeth break upon my corpse.
Second claw will hit. Doing 8 points of damage. And then a bitey bite will miss. The one in the back will make it out of the cave and will then also start rending. Missing. And missing.
Nice. Oh. All that missing for naught.
Missing, and then rolling a 37. which will be triple
Making up
damage.
for losses. Womp womp.
20 more points.
Right, so I think 2b8 might be appropriate.
Yes, 2b8. And that then gives you a... you notice that the Karen is looking a little bit woozy. Herodium, you are up.
All right, so Herodium starts to circle to a better firing angle, with one hand drawing out and unfolding the bow mounted behind his back, and the other hand flicking out from a forearm compartment another little box that it flips open and expands into a banded monocle of sorts with a little glowing lens
Okay.
that has imbibed in it Long Branch's Divining Strike.
Nice.
We're going to do this by the book. We could guess about its vulnerabilities, but why guess when you have a spell that can give it to you? And we'll take the bow and target the mountain cat that is currently attacking the main portion of the party.
Okay.
Attack. Oh, come on!
Unsurprisingly, a 4 will miss.
You don't have an advantage, even anything. I want to at least be able to roll.
I will remind you, you have 4 fate points.
I do, but I'll start with the advantage.
Okay.
Yeah. I actually rolled 2 dice there. Yeah. That's totally what happened. Yeah.
A 12 will miss.
Okay, well now I'll use a fate point. Now I'll reroll both.
Okay.
Okay. I want to get information.
A 17 will hit. You have received information.
Yay! The information I would like to receive is a vulnerability.
Cold damage.
Okay, it is what I assumed, but it could have been cold or water, so
Correct.
I still wanted to do it by the book. I will still roll my damage. My damage at the moment is still normal. So that's just normal damage.
Which it takes in a normal fashion.
Okay, cool. Well, that's my round.
Remy, you're up.
Alright, a flaming cat right in my face.
Mm-hmm.
And it is going to get stabbed from Scimitar.
Go for it.
And I have advantage, being he's right, or he's. I
Correct.
got Goblin Boy on the other side of him. That's 27.
That will hit and crit.
Cool.
8 points of damage.
I don't know why I want you to use damage to Ari. There we go. Against the cat. That makes much more sense. And
Thank
it
you.
is bloodied.
And then bring my shield and bash it.
Okie doke. That will hit.
No, what? Did I hit?
And that would be the wrong die. A shield
Wrong
bash
button.
a shield bash does not do a d20's worth of damage. Would
Yeah,
that it could.
cooler if it did. So it's 5 points of bludgeoning on top of that.
Okay. The last cat is going to streak out of the tunnel. As it does, technically speaking, Karen would get an attack of opportunity at it. So let's go ahead and
Nice.
do that.
I mean, it
Almost
did work.
a 20, instead is a 2. All right, and
Well, that's
then
that point.
it is going to attack the Krolok with a claw and a claw. I can double them up. Nice. One will hit. And a bite. Second crit of the night. All right. The warrior is not feeling that good at the moment, having just been gnawed upon in the back, but he's still in the fight. The other one screams in their language, which Martin can still translate to the equivalency of Johnny, no! And
Yep.
runs to here.
It's a parade.
And we'll continue the murder parade.
Woohoo!
I love the parade. Da-da-da-da-da. Sorry. No, I'm not.
I was like, you're just a conga line.
Yeah,
Yes.
pretty much.
Death Conga. That will hit. And add his extra dice.
Cool.
For some pretty good hitting there.
Yeah.
Would have been smarter for him to do that to the one that was already injured, but you know, emotions as emotions must. And Martin, you're up, sir.
Okay, so I will come over here,
Okay.
and it will be asked later, and I will answer later. But for right now, I get that stylus on the BlackBerry real quick and draw and hit the space bar.
Okay.
And what looks like, what we know a printed circuit board, shoots out and starts firing off towards the cat. Then the board falls away, and it's just the circuit.
Okay.
This is the spirit's manifestation of Eldritch Blast.
Go for it. That, sir, will be a hit.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, that's what I've got.
Okay.
That obviously didn't do nearly as well as I would have liked. I start tapping on it and start checking my network connection.
Nice. Three more attempts to gnaw on Nemi, or on Remy, all of which are met with a similar fate, a shield to the face. So,
Nice.
tank doing tank things. Leos, you're up.
I want to do that to the cat attacking
This one here?
this one. Yeah, that one right there.
Cool. Okay. It will attempt its dexterity save. And it will pass. The spike, as the spike begins to come out of the ground, it kind of like jumps sideways out of the way, avoiding the damage.
It's a cat.
It's a cat, right? Like, is what it is. And did you have new commands for Karen, or do you want it still attacking the same cat? Because if you don't give it new commands, it will continue doing what it was doing.
I would like it to come attack this cat. I know it doesn't have the distance.
It can get there. It will take 2 attacks of opportunity in the attempt to get there.
I don't know that it would survive that, so maybe it ought to just stay put.
Okay.
So, no.
The
new-
moment it's doing something very important, distracting those two. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, it is.
Totally fine.
Yeah, it is
And-
also tanking, holding back half of the opposing forces.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, it's doing its job.
It is tanking with its face.
No worries.
Unfortunately,
What a hit. So, I mean, it's got that going for it.
yeah, I chose not to make weapons, so
It's fine.
Nice. Doing
It's
fine.
a little rock pile that could.
Yeah.
yay!
I am not unhappy with Karen's performance thus far.
All right.
I know. I did buff its HP because I kind of figured it was gonna need to be a little tanky.
All right. So this Krolak is going to turn around and attack with advantage the one that just tried to bite it
Or can do that.
and fail miserably.
Oh, gray like?
I keep forgetting they actually get 2 attacks, so it's going to do this one more time.
Oh, there we go.
We're going to crit fish because I hit the wrong button. All right, so it succeeds in chopping at the guy that bit it in the back, at which point the one that just got punched in the face by a rock is going to attempt to bite the face off of the rock.
With a rock.
Yeah, break your teeth on it.
That'll miss, and that'll hit. Doing 7 points of damage to a rock. And then the bites. Doing 11 points of damage to the rock, and the rock is looking not very good.
Rock is looking a little worn. She cracks here and there.
Next comes the other volcanic cat that is attacking the rock. And it
Poor
is going
Karen.
to attack. And attack. And the bite, which hits. And the pile of rocks will crumble to pieces.
Rip Karen.
That's okay. He did a lot of good work.
Yep.
Yeah, he did his job.
He put in his time, and he's completely rebuildable. So
Exactly.
it's just the only thing lost there was money. So not the worst. Rhodium, you're up.
All right, so having gained some information, Herodium reaches back and flicks a switch on the quiver of arrows that goes with its bow, and the lights on the quiver change to an icy blue,
Okay.
having cast Longstride's Elemental Quiver,
All right.
and infusing the next 20 pieces of ammunition with cold. Unfortunately, that takes a whole action, so I don't think I can do anything else.
You could if you spend a fate point to attack. Otherwise, you have to wait until next round.
I got 7. Oh, what the heck. Let's take a shot. I'll probably miss just because I used the face on. Let's go! I always feel weird not attacking. It's just me.
No, everyone does.
Do I have... Is the advantage restored? Most of the meleeers have advantage already.
Correct.
So I don't feel bad using it on myself. It's no, the cooldown's too long. Do I have cards? Do I have cards? I'm sorry, I should have been checking this in advance. Do I have cards?
Everyone should. Nobody does. You're not the only one.
Yeah, it's my bad. I should have known that.
It's how these things work. I'm guilty of it myself. Watch me on Monday where I'll be like, and what I should have been doing was.
Yeah, what I should have been doing was. It doesn't look like I have an advantage card, so I guess I'm just going to have to take the chances.
You could always take a chance buying more packs to see if you can get an advantage card. And that is a miss.
Yeah, alright, it is what it is.
You can do that at streamloots.com.
And you can do that at streamloots.com/single-step-gaming. Okay, and Remy, you are up.
I still have Kitty Cat in front of me.
Correct.
It is getting stabbed. Peggy.
Go for it. That will be a successful hit.
For 5 points of damage. Is it still up?
It is still up.
And it is getting bashed.
Shield bash. Is unsuccessful.
Hey, wait, I only used an action, right? I still have a minor action.
Correct. Technically, you still had your minor action and your move.
Yeah, Harm's Way's on the minor action, isn't it?
It's on the reaction.
On the reaction? Oh, I could have done that last round, too.
Yes.
It's a whole separate action.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, now I know. Can I do that one on his first
on the
hit?
stabby bit?
Successful?
Sure. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can harm's way the stabby bit. 1d4.
Cool. I'd like to Harm's Way the stabby bit. Cool. Learn things all the time.
Yep.
Learn new characters. That's what it's all about.
2 points of extra damage out of nowhere.
There we go.
All right. Yes, you can harm's way as a reaction to any attack from an ally. You cannot harm's way your own attacks.
Right.
If you have a summoned creature, they count as an ally. So you can harm's way an attack caused by a spell
Oh, okay.
by one of your spells, so long as one of your spells summoned a creature that then creates the attack.
For example, if I made an attack familiar with Find Familiar, it could harm's way that.
Yes.
Is that a thing?
Yes.
Are there familiars that can attack?
Yes, but not well.
But not well. Fair. Okay.
That means it is this cat, and he is going to try to finish off the injured Krolak. The first claw will hit. The second claw will also hit. And the bite will miss. So, our little friend is he started this round bloodied. He ain't gotten better. He's in fact gotten even worse. He may not have much left to him, but for the moment he is still in the fight. To which the other Krolak will now swing at the bitey one, adding his extra damage. And then we'll swing one more time, because they do get 2 swings, and I keep forgetting. He also gets advantage that I keep forgetting. And all of that is a miss. It's almost like he only gets 1 attack going out. Maybe that's why I was only rolling once. You know, the dice, they tell a story. Martin, you are up, sir.
Wet. Let's see if I can try this again. Tighten up the circuit drawing before I throw it out. Eldritch Blood.
Go for it. And that will hit.
Good. Please be more than 2 this time.
It is not. It is precisely 2.
It is precisely flipping 2. Jeez.
Not bad.
Better than minimal damage. That's all you can say for yourself.
That's literally like it. You know what? This is. Ugh. Hey, Savior, what's up? Yeah, that's what I. Well, you know what? Here, I'm gonna. No, I've got nothing else. I'm good for now. And by that I mean a little annoyed. So I'm not doing very much. But then again,
I hear you. 3rd level, baby.
Welcome to the low-level blues.
Yep.
All right.
I'm using Braze dice again.
Well, there's your problem. All right, so this guy right here is going to attempt to futilely attack. You know what? No, he is done with this. Having realized that you are not edible in your current state. He ain't gonna catch nobody but you. However, please give me a dexterity saving throw.
I'm going to spend my reaction to brace.
Okay. I love sword and board fighters when the board does stuff.
Brace it. What's brace do?
Please explain your mechanic.
See, I know it gives me advantage on the saving throw.
Correct.
And
Because
you
he
also
is
have a +1 on.
because he is so well trained with his shield, seeing the attack coming rather than dodging out of the way, he just turtles down under the shield
That makes a lot of sense.
as the flames
So-
rip around the shield in all directions.
Nice advantage.
A 22, including your extra +1, which means you will take half damage. So you will take 9 points of damage. And that is all that Katie's going to do this turn. Leos, you're up.
All right. I'm going to attempt to cast Stone Spike again on
Spike him.
the one attacking
Okay. I will give you a dex
our
save.
Centurion.
And that is a fail. Please roll your 1d8 damage.
Woohoo!
4 pointsies.
All right. Anything else on your turn?
No, I don't believe I can spontaneously repair Karn, so
Okay.
I didn't think so. So far, strangely enough, these cats haven't been very interested in me.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they attacked something that was right outside their den, and then also the first thing in their line of sight, and and then something that its back was turned. Their attacks all made sense. Just fortunately for you, at no point did you make the most sense to attack. That attack is going to miss. And that attack is going to miss. Well, good knowing you, buddy.
Oh no, that was ours. Ah!
Yeah, that was this Krolak guy.
Ah!
Oh,
And the conga line
The
continues.
conga line continues.
Yeah.
This is your basic GM movement components until your characters get to around level 9 and get lightning bolt, and then no GM ever does this again.
Yeah. Like I've got nothing in a line.
Not a crit. But 10 points of damage. And not a crit. But 7 points of damage. And the other one, who will now demonstrate that these cats apparently have pack tactics, and in fact don't need to be in a line. Why were they in a line? GM likes lines. One claw will hit, one claw will miss, and then the bite. Ooh, that's going to be a hit. No crits, though. Herodium, you are up.
Okay, note to self. Learn the way to get advantage with range weapons. Okay, so I created one. I made a card. I'm
Yay.
going to take another crack at this guy here. I know this isn't going to go as far, but I'll do what I can.
Go for it.
Oh, come on. This really isn't fun anymore. How many fate points do I have left? All right,
have
I'll
6
spend
remaining.
one more, but that's the last one that I'm spending at this point. I'm sorry.
Okay.
There
That is a hit.
go. Yay! I just want to be able to hit with one of my cold arrows just once to see what it does. It's otherwise a normal roll. So that is 5 specifically cold damage. Thank you very much. That's what I wanted to do.
That does 10 specifically cold damage.
Yay!
Uh,
I did something.
also, for the
Oh,
record,
I also get another piece of information.
okay, what information would you like?
An ability we don't already know about.
They have keen hearing and smell, so they have advantage on perception checks involving either of those senses.
Hearing and smell. Got it.
Yes. Also, for some reason, it's not doing your dice correctly.
Okay.
It is 2 points low. And I will... Oh, that's
Not
why I
proficient?
fixed it.
Got it. Yep, I see it. Okay. It looks fixed
So
now.
I am going to give you a one additional damage roll, assuming that one of them was within.
Okay, just roll the damage again.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the to hit was supposed to have a bonus that it
Correct.
didn't get. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
And with that, you can ask one more piece of information, and then Cat is dead.
The resistance or immunity. I don't know if I need to specify, but...
It is immune to fire damage.
Okay.
Of any kind.
This is as
From any
expected, but
source.
hey.
Yep. Confirmation is still information.
Yep.
Remy, you're up.
So that cat is dead.
That is a dead cat.
Yay!
One down.
He's going to...
That would give you advantage. If you care about such things. If not, you can move pretty much anywhere.
Well, that's the second part of my move. The... Yes. Yeah, not going to be able to... I don't think it'll make sense to split attacks at this point. But we will...
You will have advantage.
And we'll continue with the tried and true method. Slash
Will hit.
23. Five points of slashing. Bonus action shield bash.
Shield bash. Will hit.
Normal hit or crit.
Normal hit.
2 points of damage.
So 2 additional points of damage. Anything else, sir?
If I force them to occupy the same space, are they considered squeezed?
Yes. And technically, so are you.
Hmm?
And if you're in that same space with them, technically, so are you.
No, the shield bash, I have the option of moving them 5 feet
Right.
when they take damage.
Right.
So how would that put me in,
It wouldn't.
or are you just saying in general if I were to
Yes.
occupy the same space as somebody
If you were to go, haha, now you have problems, then you would also have problems.
Because I don't think it really get us any benefit out of it, unfortunately.
Not really. Because, the first
Yeah.
thing something else could do on its round before attacking would be to move.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just leave it there.
All right. Badly damaged cat attacking badly damaged Krolak.
Don't die, buddy!
And that one will miss. And unfortunately, from another savage round of attacks, the Krolak goes down and begins its death saves. Because technically, you
He still
guys
gets
might
death save,
try
right?
to heal him. Yeah.
Does he also get the bonus since he left in our party?
Did you include him in your breakfast?
To be fair, did we know who was joining us at that time?
To be fair, roll a die of your choice. And if the result comes up even, the answer is yes.
Fair enough.
Oh, also,
Yeah.
Brufros.
Hey, ooh, Brew, good
Rules
call.
lawyer to the rescue.
Good job, Brew. You can tell which die was first, right?
I can tell which die was first. The first attack hits. The second attack does not, which means he is not dead. He is merely,
Wishing he
Wishing
was
were.
he is merely knocking on heaven's door. But he survives the round.
Yes, that is a thing. So no, I rolled odds, so I would
Right.
not have known.
So they didn't know, and which is fine.
But if I had known, I would have included them. So
Yes.
it was fair to ask.
So the other Krolak is going to try to get the one off of his buddy. Not like that, but he's going to try again. Not like that. Maybe he wants his buddy to die. And Martin, you are up, sir.
Okay. That's a dead cat. That's a living cat.
Mhm.
So we'll try this.
Third time's the charm.
Third time's the charm. First things first, will we actually hit?
Yes. Yes, you will.
Good. Something more than a flipping... That's better.
That is more
An
than a 2.
8. He is not dead, but he is very close.
That's better.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Harm's way.
Roll me a d4.
Under the sooner or later. Wait. Yes, little ting. He is very close. That's my cue word. He's
4
close.
points of damage. He is dead.
Yay!
Yes.
I'll get that eventually.
Good kill, Larry.
Yay! Is that 2 for me?
That is 2 for you. Would you like any more? No, you don't get information off this because you didn't use your weapon.
Because I didn't use a weapon. Correct.
However,
But I ruined the other one's advantage too, so...
little buddy looks very invigorated by the 2 cats going down.
By the success. Yes! Like we can do it!
They look very invigorated by the sudden knowledge that the cat did not have advantage on that attack.
Right?
Leos, you're up. All party members are alive, and you are down to 2 cats. You know chat's paying attention when the chat goes, excuse me.
That's great. I'm
When
glad.
they adjust their glasses.
You know chat. You know chat likes the PCs. When it's the bad guys, the chat goes, excuse me. too.
Right? We love you, bro.
Instead of, hate to be a downer, but.
Kitty cat needs to make a dex save.
Okay.
This kitty cat.
Kitty cat critically fails the dex save, so please roll double damage.
Go, Sadie, go.
Oof. And that
Oh,
was that on this one here?
Yes.
All right. So the cat, momentarily distracted, gets a spike running out of the ground and straight up through it in the middle of its bits.
Ooh.
Well, that was Stone Blast.
Savage Rock.
Oh, sorry. Stone Blast.
Yeah, that was Snowblow. Yeah.
Cool.
Stone-
Would you like to push it 1 square, or would you like to leave it where it is?
I'd like to leave it where it is because I think these 2 have worked out at vantage.
Yep. You
And if I
have made
push
the
it
right call.
Staff it mess up the advantage.
Krolak hits it a lot. Followed by Krolak hitting it but barely. And now it is the attack of the cat. This one's going to go first. And move it there just, to look pretty. And it will attack our Krolak buddy. And miss with advantage. And hit with advantage. And then one big old bite. Missing with advantage. So he doesn't accomplish much, but he does continue to engage the guy. And the other one, even will attack Remy, odd will attack the Krolak. Even will attack the Remy.
Good luck with that.
Disadvantage.
Because pack tech.
Yep.
Ouch!
That is a 45 so far.
Oh no. No.
A 52. What is your armor class, sir?
25.
25. 25, 35, 45. Triple damage.
Oh dear.
Okay. Brufos, that damage would get tripled as well. Oh, you want to play it just to change the type? Okay, I'll allow that.
Oh, just for fun.
Yeah, sure. So that bite does 19 points of fire damage.
Okay.
With the shield coming up to block, the cat actually kind of dives under the shield this time and goes for your plant leg and catches it just above the knee. You are aware, were it not for the myomer servers in the leg of the armor, you would have just been amputated at the knee. Like, the only thing holding your leg attached to your body is the armor that you're wearing.
Well, that's what it's there for.
And then you get healed for 10. So still bloodied, I think. But either way, not the best. That was the bite, which was after the 2 claws. Yes. Cool. When I roll that many dice on one attack, I forget. Herodium, you are up.
Okay, our 3 meleeers, are they all bloodied?
Currently, none of them are.
Okay, currently none of them are. Okay. So clearly all injured, but not bloody.
Yes.
Okay.
They're all
alright.
injured, but adrenaline is doing what adrenaline do.
Yeah. Okay, and these 2 are dead, these 2 are up, these 3 are up.
Right.
I don't see
This
any
one is bloodied.
particular...
This one is not.
This one's bloodied? Okay. My movement is probably 30, so imagine it's standard.
Correct.
Let's get into a slightly better position. Okay, and then I will target this guy. And then I will give myself advantage. Because I got the points!
Mm-hmm.
I'm using them! And then I will shoot at him again with the chili arrows. Short bow. Advantage with the proper numbers on bonus on the dice and stuff now.
Will hit.
Alright. So we will do damage. And that will be cold damage. Like it do.
So that will do 10 points of damage to the cat, like it do.
It's a pretty useful spell. And I will take... I was just about to look up what the options were on that spell. I will take... Let's find out if... I think I got most of the stuff we really want. Let's find out if there are any other vulnerabilities.
It has no
Actually,
other... Okay, no, well,
technically it says resistance, vulnerability, or immunity that you don't already know. I don't know if that's all together, but...
it has no resistances, vulnerabilities, or immunities that you don't already know.
Okay, so that use confirms that. So, still information.
All right, Remy, you're up, sir.
All right, yep, that ought to do it.
Continue the drum beat.
All right. Try not to put too much weight on that leg. That will hit, sir.
Great roll.
Is that a regular hit or a crit?
That is a regular hit.
Okay. 9 points of slashing.
Okay.
Did it kill it?
It did not kill it.
Ah, Harvey's right.
All right, roll me a
I rolled the
d4.
time.
Roll a d4.
Yay!
4 more points of damage.
And again with the shield bash.
Yep, it is still alive, so go ahead with the shield. The shield bash will hit.
Does he do that as a response to his or a response to my response to his?
No, that's just a bonus
Oh, that's
action.
just movement.
His
Or
bonus. His
minor
bonus.
action.
His minor action is to pop with the shield.
Oh, okay.
So his major action was to attack. Your reaction was to buff his attack, and then his minor action is to do 3 points of damage, which now is sufficient enough to kill it.
Woohoo! Teamwork!
Yay!
But technically, either order of those would have been about the same thing.
Correct.
And then I'm going to move. If I can. There we go. There.
The Krolak is next, and he will not target himself because that would be silly.
But that's what we do! Go, Krolak, go!
Rolling a 30, which will be a crit.
Nice!
Which is a big old whopping amount of damage. And then a miss because he's off balance because of his big old whopping amount of damage. Martin!
There.
Shift the target to the remaining cat. And,
Huh.
well, you know the drill. Oh, good lord.
That was not the drill.
That is not the drill.
It was a.
So, yeah, it was a drill. And I can't throw points at it.
Okay.
Screw it. I will throw a fate point at it because I will not accept that.
All right. Attempt to rewrite history, sir.
Attempting to rewrite history.
Good rewrite.
Okay.
Good rewrite.
Okay. Let's see how far it
That
goes.
is a 26 so far, sir.
Yep.
28,
28
which will be a crit.
single crit.
Correct. Double damage.
Bummer. 10 points.
Hey, you still got your 2 in there. Congratulations.
I still got my 2 in there.
All right. And Leos, you're up.
Okay.
Poor kitty cat. His next action
Well,
was going
it's
to be to
trying
run
to
away.
eat-
Ain't gonna make it that long.
Nope.
I don't think so.
It tried
Not
to eat our
happening.
face, so move up next to
Mhm.
Stone Blast.
All right. It will make a dex save. It will fail, but not critically so.
Okay. 1d6.
It was a big rock.
It was your big rock. Oof. Big rock hits it in the side of the head.
Yep.
Move it or keep it where it is.
Keeping it where it is.
Okay. This guy is gonna run around here. Does not get advantage. Which means that is a miss. And that is a miss. And the cat is going to try to make a break for it. So I would like Remy and both of the warriors to give me a single attack roll. Remy has advantage on his.
Nice.
Oh,
Remy's is not going to be enough to kill it, even with minimum damage. The Krolax is, so we don't need to worry about it. And as the cat tries to bound away to get clear. It gets itself
Motorized.
sliced into pieces.
Woohoo! Yay, we won!
Thus, clearing the threat, and thus, a little bit later than normal, will bring us up to our break. So, we are going to take a quick break here to allow the players to, revive and resuscitate themselves, and we will be back with the show again in just a moment. Nobody's moggy now. Oh, bro.
That just hurts. That just hurt, bro.
And do I have a BRB to hide the players on this one? This way I can come back and talk to chat before everyone's ready for us to be back and talking to chat. How are you, chat? I've missed you.
Had to go get something out of the car.
And we're back.
Yay, back!
Okay.
We will wait till the Sadie arrives to officially start, but we can discuss things while I also prep things.
That was great. So, I just for the record, since I can do it in between combat, Noctis's shield bash, is there like a rules reason why I should choose like before or after that for harm's way if we're doing this off each other thing? Like,
yes, the rules reason being that you can only harm's way after a successful attack. Which means, rules as written, if he attacks with the sword and hits, then attacks with the shield and misses,
I've missed my chance.
you have missed your opportunity.
Mhm.
Okay.
Now, that doesn't mean that you won't have other opportunities, or that you couldn't do it to Leo's stone spell, for example, or doubling the 2 points of damage that the Eldritch Blast did.
Right.
So, if you miss an opportunity, you just have to wait for the next opportunity. However, yes.
No, I would say that depending on how my damage is being scaled, it may or may not be advantageous to do mine or somebody else's damage.
Correct.
Because if my damage type is being resisted, then definitely don't use me for harm's
Obviously.
way.
Right. Obviously.
Because
Yeah, I think everyone else is
because
just
harm's
flat.
way already always does the same type of damage as the damage type, as one of the damage types done by the attack. If there are multiple damage types done by the attack, you get choice, which is the spot where it gets really weird.
So yeah, just then theoretically, if I didn't do it after his attack and he missed the shield bash, then we definitely wouldn't have finished it off. We wouldn't have either way, but
Right.
But it wasn't necessarily stupid to not wait because
Correct.
Yeah, just gotta learn the spell through.
Okay, so you're all alive in various states of such, and your feline antagonists are all very much departed.
Yes.
What's-
So first of all, yeah, I know what you do. So first of all, I don't know if our Kolak friends. What was the word?
Kolak?
Kolak. I don't know if our Kolak. Thank you. I don't know if our Kolak friends have healing pools.
I assume any living creature has a healing pool.
Okay. So I will offer to a cantrip healing for people if they would like to do it that way.
Healing touch. You touch one willing creature, the target will roll a d4 and heal that many points. These points are then reduced from their healing pool. And then when you reach 5th level, it becomes 2d4. 11th level, 3d4 und so weiter. And so, let's say, as you are out of combat, that we're using our combat healing rules, which means you would automatically do max, which means it is going to take you about a minute of sitting here and draining their healing pools to heal the 2 Krolax. And then you can go on to anyone else in the party. But
Yeah, so unless they indicate that we need to like get out of sight or something first, but other than that, yeah, since I don't know how to communicate with them, I guess I will just go up to one and kind of like, you know, like gesture that I'm going to approach and touch him, and then do it once and see how they respond.
Yeah, surprisingly, they're okay with it.
Okay. All right. So unless they tell us another way, we'll do all that and then turn to the party. I think Noctis was the only one that was healed, injured.
Correct.
Among us, I think Remy was the only one who was injured.
Yeah, I'm 15 down, so 4 turns.
Do you wish healing?
Yes, please.
Does anyone else do anything for a minute and a half?
Try to grab a couple of claw bits, take some notes and stuff on volcanic hats.
Do you have harvesting tools?
No, good lord, no.
I have harvesting tools if you wish to wait a moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Meantime, again, like say, take notes.
Some notes.
And photos of volcanic.
I can, while I'm healing, give him the notes I acquired during the fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I assume that you do so.
Yes, I do.
In addition, give me either a Arcana or Investigation or Nature roll.
Is this me or is this Road?
This is you, and I misspoke. Give me a Arcana or Investigation or Nature or Beast Lore roll.
Let's see here. I mean, I can do investigation. I can do beast lore. I think I'll do investigation as investigation and beast lore are the same.
And you are currently investigating.
And I am
investigating this. Investigating that.
I'm investigating a thing. I have a 16 to investigate.
Okay.
Because that's what I do.
You have learned that as you have dubbed them, volcanic hats, are a beast that is infused with elemental energy. Thus, anything that would trigger off of being either beast type or elemental type will affect them. They are, as you have learned, immune to fire damage. They are, as you have learned, suffer double damage from cold damage. Everything else is pretty much everything else.
Specific immunity to fire/heat.
Correct.
Specific vulnerability to cold.
Correct.
One might assume water.
Actually, you know for a fact that they are not vulnerable to water because Herodium told you that there are no other abilities because they were able to check.
Okay.
They hit end of line. You know that they have a fire-breathing ability, but you only saw one of them do it, and only once, so you would assume that it is a very limited capability. You are aware that they have a keen sense of hearing and smell from Herodium. You are aware, because you have seen it, that they have pack tactics. And you can ask me 3 other pieces of information.
In the meantime, I'm gonna go get what useful bits I can from Karn.
Okie doke.
Probably like connector pieces.
Yeah. Give me a technical roll, please.
Okay.
Okay. 3 questions, right?
3 questions, right?
You now have 2 left.
Technical.
It's one of the bonus ones. You are trained in it. Pick any dexterity skill you are trained in and roll that skill instead, because it'll be the same.
Okay.
Is the meat edible or is it potentially poisonous?
It should be edible if prepared. It will, however, probably take much longer to prepare than normal due to its resistance to heat. Yes.
Right.
Does it have to be jerkied?
It pretty much can't be.
Well, because that's just more like dehydration rather than heat,
Yeah.
is what I was saying. Is it
If you
basically
did it
just
in
have
that
to
method, yes. If it can be, freeze dried very
Freeze-dried.
easily.
freeze dry?
Yep, there you go. Non-intelligent as we would define intelligence.
Animal intelligence, as you would define intelligence.
You know what? I'm trying to remember. Was it the claws or was it the teeth that that our boy the leader bat?
He had a necklace made of claws.
So it was claws. Okay. Right. Okay. Are the claws and or teeth of similar make, etc., to material in our own, or is it a different material?
No, it seems to be of a very similar material to claws you are familiar with.
All right. That's my 3 then.
Cool. Also, I don't know why it didn't roll it, because it does show it in the list. When it bites, the bite should do piercing plus fire damage. I was wondering why it was doing less damage than the claws, but yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Searing bite.
I'm sure nobody minds. Also, it wouldn't have mattered that much because the Krolaks are resistant to fire, and they're the only ones that I think a bite ever... Oh, no, the one bite that went through your leg. That was a triple crit, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Womp womp.
But the damage type shouldn't matter.
Yeah, but the fact that
I'm
it
not
didn't roll
resist-
the extra damage did matter.
There was additional damage that it did not roll, is what he was saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
You would have taken an
It's
additional...
damage code.
It should be 1d8 plus 3 for piercing and then 2d6 fire.
Oh.
And it is not. It is just only the first hit. So, basically what I'm saying is an additional 25 points of damage would have been very bad for you.
Yes.
Yeah, that would have kind of been
So,
not great.
That would have been an insta-kill.
no, it wouldn't have been double. It would have been more than 33 at once. Yes, you're right. It would have been an insta-kill. Okay, so I made a mistake,
Oops.
and thus you don't have to make a new character. But so you guys know going forward, that is a thing. Yeah, okay, good times. You now have a chance to try to harvest from the bodies. Does anyone else have harvesting tools? Or is anyone else trained in harvesting tools?
I don't remember.
You
I
are.
know I've got. Okay.
You are, because of your class. So you may both roll individually, or one may give the other advantage.
That's you and me, Sadie.
Yeah. You want me to give you advantage?
Sure.
Okay. Let's do that.
So whoever is rolling, and you can discuss this before you decide who gets advantage in case it matters, will need to be making a beast lore, a nature, an arcana, or an investigation roll for parts.
I am skilled in beast lore. So beast lore, nature, arcana.
Correct.
I
And
am
it's
Plus
skilled in
theory.
beast
theory
lore.
and nature.
Okay, I think our bonuses are about the same. Not equal.
And then you have
And advantage. Okay, going. I mean, why would give me advantage? I don't know. But there it is!
13.
Mathematically, it was the better choice.
Okay. You get 4 slashing level A parts, and you get 1 fire level B part.
Okay.
Additionally, while searching the body, you find in its intestines, it has something remaining from a previous meal. And it looks like a Krolak forearm, but the unusual thing that you notice is in the forearm, there's a small sliver of some kind of a crystal that is like embedded under the skin of the forearm.
A crystal, huh?
Correct.
That was one B fire part.
Correct.
Yeah, you're the fabricator. Do you want to keep track of them instead of me keeping track of them? I'm okay with that. Okay. Yeah, he put it in the chat, so
Okay.
in the
Well, then
game
I'll
chat.
do double. I'll double it up.
So yeah, you can keep track of them then. I was going to do that, but you're the fabricator, so I'm fine with you doing it.
Yeah, because she's the one that's going to need them.
Yeah, they're basically going to you anyway, so so I'm perfectly okay with that. Okay, and a little crystal thing. So this is where we find out if anybody took identify magic.
Correct.
Taken perchance, your knowledge guy.
I'm looking. I have to look back because not all of it got.
The
Translated
good
over
news is you can reset your cantrips from any that you have available access to whenever you make camp. So if you don't have it today, you will have it tomorrow.
That's fair.
Oh, and I do have.
And you reset cantrips how? How do you count that? Does that also count with the mana pool numbers for the day, or
Just the number of cantrips you're allowed to have. You are allowed to swap out any that you don't want in exchange for any other ones that you have access to.
Okay, so they have their own number of
Yes.
them. Okay.
Access to being determined by your class, and any unique or non-standard ones you must have read in the past.
Right, like I also every day have access to Find Familiar as a class thing.
Correct.
Okay, so I do have that, so I can go woo 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 woo.
Okay.
And what does the machine tell me?
The machine tells you to give me a ability score check off of your casting ability.
Which is charisma. Ability score check. Ooh. That's a 10.
That is a 10. That is sufficient for this level of an item.
Oh, good. I'm using my blackberry as a tricorder now.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
It is technically your sonic screwdriver.
so this is a device called a spellstone, and it's interesting to you that you find it here because it was thought to only be something native to your own world, but you know, that might just be because that's the only place people had been. A spellstone is a piece of crystal that has been infused with arcane energy.
Right.
Generally, this is not done by a fabricator. These are naturally occurring crystals.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's interesting.
Additionally, each spellstone will only have a single spell stored within it. The size of the spellstone generally equates to the level of the spell. The rarity of the spellstone generally equates to, the level of the spell divided by 2.
Okay.
This is a uncommon spellstone, which means it will be it has stored in it a 3rd level spell.
Ooh.
A spellstone can be used once between camps after you have attuned to it by bonding it under the skin.
Oh, okay.
Now, when fabricators do make items using spellstones, they can make jewelry out of them, and then the spellstone becomes a wearable piece of jewelry rather than an insertable skill chip. However, in its native raw state, if it is inserted into the body and then attuned to, this spellstone will allow you to cast Mass Healing Word once per day.
So it's a one-shot proselytization, which will actually do something good for us.
Yes.
Right, and that's once per camp, and it's not something that drops and then I have to refill it?
It will recharge while making camp.
Okay. Interesting. Very interesting.
Not bad.
Right. So now here's the other question. It has to be implanted, but I don't know what the implantation procedure is. I don't know if you have to hack your arm open or whatever.
I mean, it basically just requires being placed under the skin, and any knife can manage it.
Right.
I mean,
If
technically,
he's
you can.
staring,
Technically, you could also swallow it or snort it or do other things with it, but all of those would be less permanent than simply putting it under the skin.
Right.
if he's sharing, I would share that I could probably do that pretty easily since I have some medical knowledge.
So, is this something that any of us can use, or is this something that...
Is it class specific or something?
It is not class specific. However, it will heal 1d4 plus the... it is not class specific. It is best, however, to put it into a spellcaster, as it will heal 1d4 plus their spellcasting ability modifier.
Right, which I guess is whatever their spellcasting stat is.
Correct. Also of note, this spell has no effect on undead or constructs.
Which means it won't help Herodias.
It will, as clockworks are considered humanoid and also construct for purposes of healing magic.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, I got that dual origin kind of thing going on.
Right.
As a benefit to me.
Doesn't work on undead or construct, but it will still work with... with my Manapune comrade.
Correct.
Oh, that's good.
So it will actually work on everyone here. It would not, however, heal Cairn, for example, who is a pure construct.
Right.
I think in order to heal Karen, we would have to have Mend.
There are a couple
like,
other spells,
mend
but also
objects.
yes.
Yeah.
Because it's an object, not a person.
Correct.
So it's a 1d4, correct?
1d4 plus your spellcasting modifier. Once per day, up to 6 creatures
Nice.
within 60 feet.
Okay.
And because the spell is powered by the device, it does not pull from healing pool.
Right.
Nice. Here's where we metagame everybody's spellcasting modifier.
I mean, yes.
Mine is currently 3. I happen to know it's going to be 4 next level because I already know what feat I'm taking.
Mine is currently 4.
And you are the 2 spellcasters.
Yeah, I had plans to always have healing on me, so if you want to take it so that we have 2 people in the party that always have healing on them, I am okay with that.
I mean, it's a one shot.
Right, but
Per day.
if your only healer goes down,
Yeah.
it is the way to get the healer back up before everyone goes down.
Yeah.
I'm really only going to at the moment I'm really only going to get 1 per day too because my mana pool's so small.
Right. Either that or we're all taking a beating. We need a quote second wind.
Right.
Fire that off, we all get at least a little bit out of it.
Correct.
Yeah. I basically had approximately the equivalent, the 2nd level version, ready during that fight. That's why I'd asked at one point if everybody had been bloody. But it's definitely better to have 2 people having that capability. As he said, if the healer is the one that goes down, y'all are screwed. So it's always good to have 2 people having that. I'm planning to always have it anyway.
Right.
So I am okay with you taking it. Our bonuses are the same or about to be the same.
Yeah. In my experience, the best way to do healing in a party is roughly an 80-20 split. 80% on one person, 20% any other place you can get it.
Yeah.
Because that way, The 80% knows that their job is to be the healer, and no one else has to, dedicate runtime to it. However, if your 80% gets one-shotted and your 80% was your 100%, nobody has any healing now, unless a frontliner pulls off the front line and tries to do medicing on the healer.
Which I've also seen done, and it is a mess.
Yeah.
Clusters
It can
very
work,
badly.
but it's scary stuff. So I'm expecting to be the 80. I've kind of prepared myself to be the 80, so I'm okay with giving this to you to be the 20.
So
Because we are the two casters, right?
Correct. Now, anyone could use it, but anyone who is not specifically a caster does not add their spellcasting ability. Now,
right.
To clarify, Leos has 2 cantrips. However, they are not spellcasting. They are innate elemental abilities.
Right.
They get a spellcasting modifier. They act as spells, but it is not spellcasting, and that is not a spellcasting class.
Right.
So that is where that delineation comes in.
I see the distinction.
Leos has the ability to cast, the ability to manifest effects that mechanically resemble cantrips. That does not make them a spellcaster.
Right.
Got it. They are simply elemental, and that's what they can do. Okay.
The thing that makes fabricators cool is that fabricators are not spellcasters. They make magic items.
Right.
Right.
It's cool. It's neat.
Yeah.
So yeah, my vote then would be would be Martin.
If we wait, now the thing is, it takes a while to attune, and so on, and there's special bits involved. So I will pocket it. If we can get to a position where we're going to camp, Remy, I'll ask your help, because I'm going to need to basically cut up on my arm, shove this thing in, and then I'm going to need help cauterizing the cut, cauterizing the wound, and then beginning the attunement process.
Correct.
Oh crap! This is considered a device, right?
Yes.
Cyborg kitty. Sorry.
Nice. So, just so you know, you have the same number of attunement slots as normal in 5e. The attunement works slightly differently. It is a process that takes a minimum of 10 minutes and may take up to an hour, depending on the rarity of the item. In this case, it will be 10 minutes. You may attempt to attune to an item only once within a camping period. If you fail the attunement, because you can fail attunement, you may attempt again after you have completed a camp. Attunements in this require a roleplay / skill check scenario.
We actually did this.
Yes.
I remember this. So
the skill and scenario involved will vary from item to item, and depending on how creative the GM is. So that is what you are aware of here. I will say, for our trained medical practitioners' knowledge, the difficulty to make an incision, which would allow you to put in a sliver of stone roughly the size of a large splinter,
it's pretty low,
is really low.
Yeah.
It's going to be a medical check with a difficulty of a 6.
Okay.
It will do 1 point of damage. If you fail, it does 1 point of damage and does not succeed.
right.
Because it involves also a procedure, does that in any way aid his attunement? Because I'm like doing part of the difficulty
Not
of
in the
it, or is
least.
it just okay? I'm just asking. I wasn't sure if it was like a total difficulty to make it
Right.
work, or if it's 2 separate things. Okay.
Now,
That's fine.
Oh, that's even
But
worse.
it can't be removed, so it's fine. It's got its own advantage as well.
other than
It's hard to
that,
remove.
and at that point, board game mechanics, it counts as a item of jewelry in whatever part of the body it is implanted in.
Mhm.
Alternately, a fabricator able to make uncommon magic items, which Leos is not at that level yet,
Right.
can merely put the crystal into a setting which becomes a piece of jewelry that then must be worn as intended. Vis-a-vis, if it's put in a necklace, it is a torso jewelry. If it's put in a ring, it is a arm jewelry. If it's put on a bracer, it is an arm jewelry. If it's put on an anklet, it is a leg jewelry. If it's put into a circlet, it's a head jewelry.
Gotcha. At what point will she gain that ability, do we know?
Several levels away.
Okay. So it's not like if we wait for our first level up, she can just make it a ring and not have to cut anybody open.
Now, the good news is if you surgically implant the magic item into Martin, at the point at which she gains that ability, you would be able to surgically remove it from Martin.
Sure, of course.
Or there's a lot of ways that it could be non-surgically removed from Martin in the meantime.
Oh, gee, thanks. Hooray! Anyway, all right. So,
Question.
Of course.
The 4 beast slashing, 1 beast fire, was that from all 4 cats?
Yes.
Okay.
That was your roll
Wow,
from the encounter.
We did a lousy job harvesting this time.
Lower levels.
My fault. Yeah.
No, lower levels. I mean, it's
lower
literally
level?
part of it,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is what it is. We'll get there.
You need less items to make things that characters can make at this level. Ergo, you collect
That's
less
true.
pieces.
Okay.
We'll get there.
Yeah. Don't
We'll
worry.
get to your
You'll
toys.
get back.
I promise.
So
Okay.
you have harvested from the volcanic cats. You have healed the 2 Krolok Pathfinders who are with you. You have healed the Remy, who can now put weight safely on his left leg again.
Almost died, but he didn't realize he should.
Yes. He is still here due to GM error. You're welcome.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I will thank chat and move on my way.
I'll help you out.
That would have been the excuse me. Aren't they supposed to do fire damage as well on a bite? Oh, that's right. Yeah. So you have repaired Remy. You have picked up the pieces of your fallen rocky companion.
Actually, I failed that.
You picked up the pieces. You didn't necessarily get any good ones back, but you picked up the pieces. But thank you for your honesty. And
yeah, you're welcome.
And with that, you can continue on.
Yay!
Yep. Anyway,
I guess since we're all healed up, we need to ask where the Kurlax, the real nest is. And then have to walk there.
Well, also the size of this other nest. That wasn't exactly easy.
No.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
all right.
Well, I imagine that our companions, once we've seen you have done everything, are going to start kind of like luring us a certain direction anyway.
Yeah, they kind of like sit around and wait and watch you guys talking to each other in a language they have no effing clue what's happening in. At which point, once you guys kind of stop talking and just eventually you do you're over here talking to each other kinds of things, and then eventually all 4 of you turn at the same time and are like, at which point then they continue moving forward.
And I will continue to follow them. But I've healed them, so we gotta be all buddies now.
Yeah, everyone's happy with each other. Everyone may make me either a survival or nature roll. And if you have knowledge volcanoes or knowledge geology, you may have advantage.
Oh. No. Which is strange. Oh, I got a nat 20.
You did.
Keep rolling them.
You did. Blow it up.
34 total.
30.
I'll take it.
Okay. So 6 knowledges.
Mhm.
I put one in as I should probably take one.
Okay.
In the thing. Will you allow that, or
Wait.
is it too late?
In which thing?
In the Discord chat.
Yes, I will allow that as a knowledge.
Very good. Knowledge number 2, geology.
Knowledge number 2, geology. Sure.
There we
I
go.
will take that. In which case, now we'll take an untrained nature roll, but with advantage.
Wow.
That's a good roll. A
And
19 and a 20. The 20 being on the advantage. So your knowledge comes in handy.
Well done.
Keep blowing it up.
Oh,
36.
almost.
All right.
Still not as good as Mateo, but pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Between with your 2 guides, mostly leading the way, and 2 of your party being exceptionally aware of their surroundings and what they believe a volcanic cat den looks like now, you manage to very carefully continue moving towards the other Seki. So please give me a 1d12 each, rather than the 1d8 that you would have rolled if
Nice.
you guys didn't have 2 crazy blow-up totals.
I would also like to say that because our guides are chewy, I am using my navigation tools to keep track of where we are in relation to, where we came from.
Okay. Ari and Noctis, as you both rolled a 12, please give me a perception or investigation check.
I see pumice.
Thomas? Where?
Old!
Why? Need to file your clothes?
We have chickpeas here.
Herodium,
Yeah.
as you're traveling along and you are passing a outcropping of rock, you notice what you think may be, it appears to be some form of naturally occurring geode, as it is relatively egg-shaped. And due to your natural spellcasting ability, which is why you will assume the reason why you were able to notice it and not Remy, you are able to pick up a little bit of arcane emanation from the geode.
I kind of gestured to stop everyone and pointed out
This geode has arcane emanations. We should investigate it.
Sure, what sort of emanations now?
Arcane.
Ooh. Kick up the identify magic cantrip.
All right.
Da, da, da. 16.
You are aware that
I am
this
aware.
that this geode contains within it another very small, very slivery spellstone.
Ooh.
You, however, cannot determine what spellstone is within the geode until the geode has been opened. The geode itself is acting as an egg and is impeding your ability to read the interior of the contents.
Right. Quite right. Now, see, I have geology, but I don't have the tools. And if we do this wrong, we break the geology, potentially we break the shard.
No. Well, yes, but very unlikely. It would be the equivalent of cracking a coconut in a way where you couldn't get coconut flesh out of the inside of the coconut. It can be
it
done,
would be hard.
but requires a mass driver.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
But we don't have the tools. I don't have
Would likely some combination of harvesting tools and machinist tools allow me to get into it?
Yeah, I mean, a small chisel and a small hammer.
And woodworking tools, like, I mean,
Yeah.
between the three sets.
You have 47 sets of tools, yes. But between your 47 sets of tools, you can manage to find a small hammer and a small chisel and have some methodology for, cracking the egg.
I should be able to open this.
I will proceed to do so.
Okay.
Yes, that was a button, not a geode.
Everyone who isn't Herodium, on a scale from 1 to 5, 5 being very, 1 being couldn't care less, what is your level of interest and excitement in what is in the geode?
Want to know what's in it because it could be useful. The last one was extremely useful, so
I am a little bit suspicious of trying to crack open magical stuff out in the middle of nowhere, so a little bit of trepidation.
Okay. And
As in, get behind the shield. Trepidation.
And although I'm not really, I'm a cat.
right.
Let's face it.
Okay. So I am going to make the assumption, without us mapping this out,
Okay.
This is great.
all right.
We have an emote for this.
Yes, it's called Do the Dumb.
We do have an emote.
There it is.
Okay.
There it is.
Roram just made this both better and worse.
Yay! Love you, Ro.
In his defense, he was trying to make it better.
Okay.
But did not realize what was going on.
Did we just have this thing blow up in our face?
I'm going to make the assumption that Martin and Leos are within 10 feet of Herodium, who I'm going to make the obvious assumption is within 10 feet of Herodium.
Ground zero. Yeah.
At the time that you crack open the geode.
And I'm going to say no one else is.
And I'm going to say that Remy is slightly farther away than 10 feet.
Probably
Because
our cohorts as well.
Because
And
he
he's probably
probably went into his
encouraging our
pocket,
guides. Yeah.
pulled out the 10-foot pole, laid it literally on the ground, and stood exactly 10 feet away because he sat there and went, that's bait.
oh no.
I'm assuming he also encouraged our
Yeah, I'll get the goblinoids and kind of, put up the shields. Like,
Yeah, just kill the goblins.
New fun fact about Spellstone geodes. Cracking the geode triggers the Spellstone.
Woohoo!
oh no.
So, you in fact are immediately aware of what spells.
What the spell is?
Yes.
All we have
As
to do now is survive it.
a thunderous force sweeps out from the geode. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from Herodium must make a Constitution saving throw
We're the +1.
with a +1.
With +1.
Your DC will be 13. Remy doesn't have to test. Remy is far enough away. Martin fails.
I feel.
Oh.
Leos critically fails.
Wow.
yay!
Oh. 3
Oh, we
fails.
can't
Great. That's great.
This is why you spread that 20% around.
Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Let the 20% step back. We're
Um,
fine. We'll be fine.
Rowan threw a bullseye to turn the critical fail into a not critical fail. So,
Yay.
in fact, Leos will pass.
Oh.
Good job.
So
Thank
you
you,
will
Brew.
take. So you will take half of this damage. The other two will
Okay.
take this full damage.
goody.
So 8s or 4s.
Okay.
And then are pushed immediately 10 feet away from the spot, emitting a thunderous boom audible out to 300 feet.
Thank God for those temporary hit points earlier.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I temp
Some of
hit
you still have
points. I
those.
forgot about those.
Yeah.
I do still have mine.
I
So
did.
I immediately pop up and start scanning the horizon.
Yeah.
Now, additionally, because
Oh, but this is a good spell stone. I want it.
additionally, because Roram threw a card,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
that was my intended effect.
Oh no.
Additionally,
Additionally.
this is an exceptionally rare geode that had 2 spellstones in it.
Okay,
Oh
okay.
dear.
The other one's not necessarily the same thing. Let's find out what it was.
So, I would like everyone, and let me finish my sentence before you roll it. I would like everyone to roll a d20. If you are spending any chat or channel points, do so before the roll on this one.
Okay.
Or, cards or whatever. And so whoever rolls lowest loses.
Lose it.
So this is not a saving throw.
You do not need to outrun the fireball. You just need to outrun the slowest person trying to outrun the fireball.
Right.
Oh.
I know I'm not going to play negative cards on my teammates. I know I could. I'm not going to do it.
So is this a saving throw, or
This
is
is
this
not a
an
saving
order?
throw.
This is just
Or should I say not a
D20.
saving throw yet?
This is just a D20 to see. I don't have to outrun the bear. I just have to outrun you.
Correct.
Right.
So does anybody want to play anything for or against?
Oh, that's great.
anyone? I'm going to take just the flat roll. I'm just going to take
Sadie's
straight
giving
up.
herself a
That's my
plus
party.
10.
Oh, you show off.
Ari, keep rolling.
Okay.
So Sadie has a 22.
Yeah.
Bacon has a 9. Noctis has an 11. And Ari has a 25. Additionally, Brufos played a whoopsie poopsie on one person
Ooh.
to be determined randomly. So,
Oh, okay.
on a 1,
Fun.
so one of you will get a minus 10 to your total. On a 1, it will be an Ari. On a 2, it will be a Sadie. On a 3, it will be a Bacon. On a 4, it will be a Noctis. Do you all have your number?
I have my number.
A 3.
Crap.
All right. So, the man who was already not outrunning the bear is most definitely
really
now not outrunning the bear. So, there's a saying about curiosity and cats.
I mean,
So, as
am I going to need to roll a new character already?
Herodium is holding the geode.
Yep.
Tink, 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 tink. As that's happening, you see Martin's face come in close.
Woo! What does this geo do?
What does this button do? Let's go ahead and just set this up kind of like this, and kind of like this, and kind of like this. Okay, so there is a crack of thunder as the geode splits open, which we have already determined. However, where there is thunder,
There's light.
there is often lightning.
Oh, Lord.
as a stroke of lightning forming a line 100 feet long and 5 feet wide
Yep.
blasts out of the geode, potentially clipping Martin.
Oh. Okay.
So it's a saving throw.
Please give me a dexterity saving throw and throw everything you have at this, because you will take half of 8d6 if you pass.
Yeah.
And if you
Okay, somebody else
critically
already got
fail,
it.
Do you
I am
need
so
help?
dead.
there is nothing you can do.
Right.
He has given himself advantage on the dexterity saving throw.
Okay. I have a bullseye. Will that help?
That gives you so you have a plus 10 and advantage on your dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, that'll help.
And
All right,
we've
so
got
that 22 was correct. Never mind. You have 22 hit points currently.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If I roll more than 25 damage, you are killed outright.
Well, I still have to roll my save here, but
I know, but I'm just telling. We're
Wait.
laying out the stakes. If the
Or-
save, which is why it's important that the save is not critically failed. A 26. The save is passed.
okay, good.
Roram
Now,
gave
how
you
crispy does he get?
Roram gave you a feel better to make your 22 all the way up to a 25. Make that 32. Can't. His max is 25.
Yay, low level.
Yay, low level. So,
Higher
Yay,
than
low
mine.
Well,
Yes.
I have bleeding ears, and probably one of them might even be singed. I think I might not get next to the next spell geode that we find.
See, this is a learning experience.
It's fine.
So-
We're gonna be fine.
I am the
My
You will
smoking
take-
ear says otherwise.
half of 25 points of damage.
So
Woo!
I take
Way to pass the save.
12, 13.
So you will take 12.
Okay.
And had you failed, you
I'd
would
be
have
right.
been dead,
Oh, yep.
Oh
because
my
you would have
God.
taken your max hit points
Right.
At once.
at once.
Well, once. Anyway. Ah!
Oh, wait, barbecue cat here.
Additionally, because there was also a trap card played, everyone that was not struck by the lightning gets a arcing. You know what? We'll make it including the people struck by the lightning. So everyone now at this point, please take an additional 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay. I am
Is
now
there a
breathing
save
out
on
the
that,
ear.
or
No, safe. Just more damage. So Bacon went from 25 to dying from the first attack, and then immediately fails a death save from the trap card damage.
Wait.
Yeah,
no? He made the save.
he made the save. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Yes, correct. Because you were not immediately dead. So yes, you were down. You were down, and then now, so you went from 25 to 13, and 13 to 7, and you are now bloodied, which is much different than
Okay, but
bleeding
he's
out.
not down.
He is not down.
I'm not down, but I hurt. I hurt so much.
So, to clarify, tink tink, tink tink tink, tink tink, tink tink boom.
Yep. Tink, tink, boom.
However, the party has a spellstone lightning bolt
Yay!
and a spellstone thunderwave.
Woo!
Wave,
My apologies.
lightning,
I shall fix.
bolt.
It is my own
Allow me
fault.
to tend you.
Please do.
I feel it is important to point out that both of these The damage is not determined by your spellcasting capability, so anyone could use it. A spellcaster will have a higher spell DC, so it is still better to put into a caster, but for anyone else, it will default to a DC 13.
And the difference would be what
The likelihood of whoever you're hitting with the thing being able to take full or partial damage.
No, the numerical damage, meaning you would also get the plus spellcasting ability number, like our plus 3s, plus 4s.
Not to the damage.
No, to the probability to hit.
So the
yes, basically.
The
The difficulty of the spell save, effectively, yes.
Okay.
The lightning bolt was 86,
Yes.
and the thunderbolt was what? Remind me.
Thunderwave is 2d8 in a 15-foot area surrounding the caster. Additionally, anything that takes the full damage from a thunderwave, not that anyone did, but anything that takes the full damage from a thunderwave is pushed 10 feet.
Just making. Oh, come on! What? Oh, there. Good, it did.
There we go. I mean, I'm still okay with C taking it if she's really attached to it, or Noctis because he's our meleeer.
I mean, the thunder wave for our melee guy makes a lot of sense.
The thunderwave for your tank makes very little sense because he wants things around him.
Oh, that's a fair point.
Yeah. Thunderwave for a non-melee based character makes a lot of sense because that makes it harder for them to get gang tackled.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lightning bolt. That's one that you could make a better argument for putting on the on the
that
tank.
we probably would put on a cat. Oh, really? I was gonna say that you'd want to put on a caster for likelihood of it going off.
If you put it on the tank and they do the advantage Congo line that just happened, he would hit everything in the advantage Congo line.
There.
Enemy and ally alike. Basically, there's no one that doesn't benefit from having a railgun attack, and that's what the lightning bolt is. So the lightning bolt can go on anyone. The thunder wave, you probably want to be. It's probably best to put that on a non-frontliner. Be that as it may. Kaboom! Here you are.
Be that as it may. First, a quick check around to see if it looks like that attracted anything.
Yes.
Everyone give me a perception check.
First caption. What does... Whoa.
Somebody rolled nice.
What's
No,
left
that
of
wasn't
Martin
mine.
is pretty perceptive.
Yep. And we'll like it was a 20, so we'll blow it up.
Go for it.
In the meantime, I'm just like digging at my ear.
Right. Oh, and if I hear if it has anything to do with hearing, because of my thing, but I don't think I'm going to bother re-rolling because, well, frankly,
I mean, if it had,
Whatever advantage you normally have to your hearing, you probably don't right now.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you're probably doing this number. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, right now, no. Right now, no.
You're aware of what tonight sounds like because you just cracked open a flashbang.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now,
News!
before I answer this question, why doesn't everyone roll me a D? I'll give you all choice of rolling either a D8 or a D10. If you really don't want to fight something, you probably would prefer to roll the D10.
I'm gonna go.
If someone wants to watch bacon die, you probably want to roll the D8. It's your choice.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the 10. Not a 1!
Oh,
Okay.
thank God.
You look around, tentatively for a moment, terrified that a sound that travels loud enough to be clearly heard 300 feet could have possibly traveled far enough to be heard by whatever was flying around in the air 10 minutes ago. But fortunately, you seem to have avoided disaster.
Either nothing hurt it, or nothing hurt it that, or whatever hurt it went, nope.
Yeah.
Nope, I don't know.
Yeah.
I will tend to Martin first, who I'm pretty sure is the worst injured.
That hurt a lot. That hurt a lot.
Martin, how much do you have left in your healing pool? I guess technically everything, because you haven't been
I
injured
have
yet today.
everything in my healing pool, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You can go back to full hit points and remove 18 points from your healing pool.
I will do that then.
And Sadie was also hurt.
Yes.
This was also hurt.
Yes.
I will
Not
tend to
not
Leo.
too badly. 18 out of 22.
So you can go back to full points,
Uh-huh.
and then your healing pool is down to 18, and you're all good to go.
And I shall tend my.
Why do I get a feeling our Pathfinder buddies are rolling on the ground, laughing their asses off because the cat was an idiot?
Because these Outlanders are idiots.
Yeah, really.
My private chat window.
Yes.
There we go.
This healing pool goes fast at this level, doesn't it?
Yep.
It really does.
So, you continue traveling. You continue traveling, and after weaving and winding your way through a decent amount of trail with no further incidents, you see at a entrance to another cave similar to the one that the other Krolok village was in. As you approach, however, unlike the last one, the entrance to this one is covered in like barbed, spiked defenses. There is flint-knapped stones jutting out in all directions through the entrance. There is sharpened, forged pieces of metal. There is flint-knapped volcanic glass. There is a variety of sharp objects that are designed to try to dissuade anything from larger than 3 feet in size from coming down into the entrance. I will need you all to give me a dexterity saving throw while attempting to slowly make your way down.
Okay.
+1.
And you all have +1s.
Oh, right.
Oh, well, that makes mine a
That
20.
makes that a 9. I don't think
I'm
that's
sick.
gonna.
Can I use my shield to kind of protect myself during this? Just bracing?
I will allow you to brace it and thus have advantage, sure. All right.
Dirty 20?
Yes, everyone has succeeded except for our lovely cat.
Yep.
So, please try again.
Okay.
Please try again.
Oh dear. This is why we fix them as we go.
Yeah.
You, while trying to maneuver your way through, you accidentally put your foot down on a piece of volcanic, sharpened volcanic glass, which anyone can tell you is a terrible thing. And the first thing that sharpened volcanic glass is the only thing in nature known to be worse to step on than a Lego. So what immediately happens is the first thing you do is throw all of your weight in an attempt to remove it from the volcanic glass, causing you to back into a sharpened spear, which then you start to tumble forward trying to get off of that and realize that you're at the beginning of a cascade failure and immediately plant your hands before you would have taken another piece of sharpened nastiness to the chest.
Wow.
So, take 8 points of damage from the 2 failed
Oh my
cascading
God.
saves.
Okay.
Glad we already healed him.
At which
Yeah.
point, Herodium just walks up and just says, please stay still. And your healing pool is at 0, and your hit points are at 24.
Yep.
And aside from magical healing, you can no longer do any
Right
natural
there.
healing for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
We might need a little sleep before we go after the other thing.
I think we might need to.
And
Well, I mean, we've also got to work on these stones, the shards.
And having reached your location, we will end there for this evening.
Yay!
Yay.
Everybody
Having
die!
reached your location and Bacon having not quite yet died.
How many design lines did you use, Bacon?
Because of my cat.
That definitely counts as at least one of them because he had to use his entire healing pool. So that definitely counts as one of his 9 lives.
You could also argue that he used up 1 on boosting a saving throw that could have killed him outright if he failed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got 7 lives remaining there, buddy. Not bad for only 2 episodes in.
Oh.
Chat. Who would you like to give a fate point to? Would you like to give it to Ari for spending 3 fate points this session? Would you like to give it to Bacon for using 2 of his 9 lives this session? Would you like to give it to Noctis for going, that's bait? Or would you like to give it to Sadie for building, for the highs and lows within a 1-hour span of building her first ever tiny construct? To use it as to use it in a sack fly to keep half of the threats off of the party until the first half were dealt with.
And then there was that one big roll I got that hit
You had a couple good big rolls.
the lion.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Bacon because the poor one needs it the most. Bacon for being a cat.
For being
I'm the cat.
Almost, we're not the cat.
Nope. Nope. You've been the smart one. Nope. Oh, lordy.
well, peer pressure.
It's all right, Sadie. I'll let you get one too.
All right. So that will be
Well, yeah.
1 point for Bacon, 1 point for Sadie.
Yeah, thanks.
There you go.
And I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this, but we'll try. Nope.
Nope. Somebody beat you to it.
I already did.
Yep.
Bacon
Thank
for surviving,
you.
me helping. Thank you for your help, Roram.
It made it more interesting. It made it more fun.
It did make it far more entertaining.
Well,
I'm
I
not gonna
mean,
lie.
except for the fried bacon bit, you know.
Who doesn't like fried bacon bits? I mean, aside from more. So,
Everyone loves bacon.
with that, that will be it for tonight. Tomorrow, you can come and watch Jerica's campaign, where I will not be playing Sparklehoof because Sparklehoof is dead, and you will get to see who I'm going to be playing. It's a surprise.
How many times has he died now? Isn't this the second time?
Yes, but this is a different
But-
level of dead because this
But
is
he
dead and
disintegrated.
disintegrated.
Yeah, he actually disintegrated. So he's,
Well,
So
he's
he is,
fairly well dead at
so he's dead.
this point. He's far more dead than average.
Yes, he is at a great level of dead. Tuesday, we will be back with our Light and Darkness campaign, where you will get to see Ari play an entirely different all-white character, one who is much more violent tendencies. Wednesday, we will be off. Thursday, we will be back, but not playing. I don't know what we're doing yet. It'll probably be a writing prepping stream, prepping for our Cyberpunk campaign. Friday, we will be doing small packages, where you will see Noctis playing Gnewton Goldcheeks, a very different character than Remy, and a much smaller character than Remy. And then Saturday, we will hopefully be back with our Dragonheim campaign, where you will see Bacon play, I would say, someone who will take less damage. But your
He's
character
eaten
in that
bombs
campaign...
and lived, so no.
Yeah.
That is a lie.
No, but is just as used to taking explosive damage.
Yes. Apparently,
there is.
apparently when it comes to bad life choices, Bacon has a type. And then Sunday, we will be right back here again with some more Across... Wait, I missed the button. Across Stars. Thank you all very much for being here. We hope that you had fun. We had a blast entertaining you. And we will catch you all again next time. Bye-bye.
Actually, just realized